So today the Seek and Destroy update has been released to War Thunder, so it's now available to download onto the main game. And as such, I'm just going to take a very quick rundown of all of the ground vehicles that have been introduced in the update. And we'll be starting off with the American XM800T light tank, which is coming in at rank 5 battle rating 7.7, just between the T92 and the M551. So this is a very fast tank, got a top speed of 55 miles per hour, and it's got two plain gun stabilisation for the main 20mm M139 cannon. So it's got a maximum penetration of 45mm at 500 metres with the DM63. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with any thermals, so that does limit it a little bit. You've got this roof-mounted machine gun. The gunner's got zoom of 3 times to 8 times zoom. Armour is pretty light, so not particularly well protected in the slightest, and you've got a crew of 3, so your gunner, commander and driver, with the commander also able to fire the main armament. Then moving on to Germany, we have the Leopard 2A4M can, which is coming in as a pack vehicle at 11.3 tier 7. And so you can see with the front of the tank, it has been changed quite a bit. There's a little bit of additional armour around here. And it can be fitted with slat armour that goes on around the rear of the tank, as well as mine protection for underneath the tank. And a camouflage net can be fitted for visual camouflage. And it comes with a laser rangefinder. You've got thermal vision devices for the gunner, commander and driver. And you've got the excellent KEW APFS DS round. So 569mm penetration at 500 metres. So pretty much 100mm more than the previous DM33 round. And it comes with your standard grenade launchers. And you can see it's still pretty decently mobile. Test out that laser rangefinder. Works pretty well. And just fire off the KEW round and taking out the T64A in one shot. We'll just give a very quick test shot against the T90A. I'm not expecting to one-shot that by any means, but we still managed to penetrate it pretty well. Got the gunner and the cannon drive. And that is what it looks like with the slat armour and the camouflage net fitted. Then moving on to the Soviets, they only got the one vehicle as well, which is the T80U E1. So again, this is a packed vehicle at rank 7, battle rating 11.3. Now, I didn't cover this on the dev server, but basically this is an attempt to bring up some of the T80 BVM tanks up to T80U standard. So it's got Gen 2 thermal vision devices for the gunner and night vision devices for the commander and driver. It can be fitted with a dozer blade, and it's got a laser rangefinder. It's got smoke generating capabilities for the rear of the tank. Got a 2 plain gun stabiliser. The commander's got optics of 1 times to 8 times zoom. The gunner's got 2.7 to 12 times zoom. You've got your standard crew of 3, gunner and commander in the turret and the driver in the hull. A pretty good top speed of 43 miles per hour. And it is fitted with the Contact 5 ERA blocks. So decently well protected at the front as well. And it fires all of the standard ammunition types that you can usually fire on T80 tanks. Here you can see the zoom. And we keep that zoom with the thermals as well, which is always good. And we'll just take a shot at the M1A1HC over there. I believe that is the tank it is. And one shot it. So, like I say, pretty good tank. Then moving on to Britain, it now has a new top tier IFV, the Desert Warrior, coming in at rank 7, battle rating 10.0. So this is now fitted with 2 TOW ATGM missile launchers around the side of the turret and a 25mm cannon as the main armament. And that's got a maximum penetration of 83mm at 500 metres with the APFS DS round. You've got your standard TOW missile, you've got the TOW 2B, which explodes above the enemy armour. Then you've got the TOW 2A, which is able to neutralise ERA-equipped enemies. Can be fitted with smoke grenades, thermal vision for the gunner and night vision for the commander and driver. Can be equipped with a scout UAV and laser rangefinder. Armour is surprisingly good in some places. So you've got this composite armour down here, which will make the lower hull front plate pretty well protected. But the rest of the armour is, of course, standard IFV armour, so it's not going to stand up against main battle tanks. But it will do well against some medium caliber weapons in certain areas. It's got a pretty good top speed of 46 miles per hour and a crew of 3. So you've got your driver at the front here and your gunner and commander in the turret. and you've got a 2-plane gun stabilizer for the main gun. Japan unfortunately didn't get any tanks in this update, so that is a shame. It would have been nice for Japan to get something. So we'll move straight on to China, and they've got the ZSL-92 between the Hong Kong T-34 and WZ-305. And that's at rank 4, battle rating 6.7. So unlike those vehicles, it's got a smaller caliber weapon but much faster firing, so the 25mm ZPT-90. Got a maximum penetration of 51mm at 500 metres. Doesn't come with any vision devices, can be fitted with smoke grenades, and has a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun. Doesn't appear to have any gun stabilizers either. Is very fast at 54 miles per hour. It's got very weak armor, maxes out at about, I think it says officially 12mm, but it seems to be about 8 to 10mm in most places, really. Although it's high hardness rolled armor, so it is a little bit more effective than regular armor. And then you've got your standard crew of 3, your driver and commander at the front here, and your gunner at the back. And you've got a little bit of internal armour around the radiator and the engine. And you can see some of the new modules that can be damaged, like the power system and the fire control system. Then moving on to Italy. Italy, of course, well, technically it got a Hungarian tank, the Leopard 2 A7HU. So this is basically going to be Italy's new top-tier tank, because of course the other tank is the Ariete, and I believe this is probably quite a bit superior to that. Of course, it comes with the excellent length 55 120mm gun, as on the German Leopard 2 A7V. It's got a 2-plane gun stabilizer, and of course fires that really good DM53 round with 640mm penetration at 500 metres. Comes with thermal devices for the gunner, commander and driver. Can be fitted with smoke grenades, mine protection, which isn't going to be the most helpful thing in the world. It's just going to slow you down if anything, because of course mines aren't in the game. Has a laser rangefinder, but not a laser warning system, unfortunately. Gunner's got optics of 4x zoom to 12x zoom, commander 2x to 8x, coaxial 7.62mm machine gun, and the roof-mounted 12.7mm machine gun, which I've seen some people say is going to make this far superior to the German version, but of course, if you're going up against a, say, Russian tank and it fires a high explosive shell, then you can see if it hits the bottom of the gun shield, it will explode and go through the roof. So I'm not sure that's necessarily going to make this massively more powerful compared to the German variant. But of course it will be useful against enemy aircraft, and it still retains a decent top speed of 38 miles per hour and a crew of 4. So your driver in the whole front, and then your commander, gunner and loader in the turret. You can see that composite armour which is fitted to this tank, as well as the spool-liner. Then moving on to France, we've got the Vextra 105. So this is coming in at rank 6, battle rating 9.7. And there's been a few changes to this since the dev server. So it now comes with a new top-tier APFS DS round with 350mm penetration. I believe on the AMX 10 RC it's only something like 318mm penetration at 500 metres. It's got thermal vision devices for the gunner, night vision for the commander and driver, can be fitted with a scout UAV and a laser rangefinder, smoke grenades for concealment. It can also be fitted with a camouflage net, which is quite unusual because this is of course a regular vehicle, not a premium vehicle, so hopefully we'll see that rolled out to more regular vehicles in the future. It's got a 2-plane gun stabilizer. It's got okay armour at the front, like it's not going to stand up against the main battle tank, but against some IFVs and the like, it will do decently well, I think. Got a top speed of 75 miles per hour, so very fast, so this is going to be a very good ambush and flanking vehicle, getting around the map, capping points, and just being a nuisance to enemies. Commander's got optics of 2x to 8x zoom, gunner has 2x to 10x, and you have got your standard crew of 4, so your driver at the front here, and your commander, loader, and gunner in the turret. Commander can also fire the main armament. Then moving on to Sweden, we've got 2 vehicles. The USH-204GK at rank 4, battle rating 5.3. So that's between the LV-KV-42 and ZSU-57-2. And again, like with the Chinese ZSL, this has a much faster firing weapon compared to the vehicles before and after it. So it's got the 20mm Oerlikon 204GK cannon, maximum penetration of 37mm at 500 metres. So this is definitely going to be more of an strictly anti-air vehicle. Like, even if you use it in the anti-armor role, it's not going to do massively well with the low penetrating shells, but you can surprise a few enemies. Armour is ridiculously light, maxing out at only 10mm. Even with the sloping, it's only effectively about 15mm, maybe 20 in some areas. It's pretty fast at 54 miles per hour, so at least it is a fairly speedy vehicle, and you've only got a crew of 2, so your driver and commander. So obviously, yeah, it is a useful anti-air vehicle, but it's not going to do very well when attacked by basically anything. Then, of course, the other vehicle that Sweden got was a Danish vehicle, the CV9035DK, available for 9,090 Golden Eagles at battle rating 9.7, rank 6. So this comes with the 35mm Bushmaster cannon, 2 plain gun stabiliser, optics of 8 times zoom for the gunner, 1 times to 6 times for the commander, to be equipped with a scout UAV and smoke grenades and a laser rangefinder, has access to thermal vision devices for the gunner and commander, night vision for the driver, and it's got a maximum penetration of 124mm at 500 metres with APFS DS rounds, or 118mm with your default APDS round. Or you can carry an armour-piercing incendiary tracer shell, but that's only got 57mm penetration at 500 metres. Armour is sloped, but again, it's not going to do well against main battle tanks, though it might do well against some IFVs. And you have got this little bit of internal armour and spall liner around the driver. In fact, there's also this Mexats 2 external armour around the driver area, so that is a little bit more well protected than on the rest of the tank. It's got a top speed of 44 miles per hour. The gun's got a 2 plain gun stabiliser. And you've got spall liners all around the inside of the tank, as well as some additional internal armour. And you've got your crew of 3, so your driver in the hull, and your commander and gunner in the turret, and the commander can also fire the main gun. And again, you can see more of those damage modules, like the FCS for the gun stabiliser. And then lastly, we come to Israel, and it's got a new top-tier IFV type vehicle. Officially, it's called a light tank in the game, and that is the Namer 30. It's got okay armour at the front, so it says composite screen here. If we go to X-ray view, so for the top, it's got 70mm composite screen, 50mm RHA, and then 50mm to round off that composite armour. So, might do well against some enemies. You've got some 200mm armour plates around the sides here. But again, they're in areas you're probably not going to be shot at exactly. And the rest of the armour beneath the composite screens at the side is only about 50mm, and even less at the rear of the tank. Though officially it's about 118mm at the top of the tank, which is a bit surprising. It's got a 30mm Bushmaster 2 Mark 44 cannon. It's got a 2 plain gun stabiliser. And you've got this Spike LR2 anti-tank guided missile at the side here. So you can fire your Spike LR2 missiles. Though it does only seem to carry 2 missiles when initially equipped, so you will have to reload that at the cap points. Got a maximum penetration of 110mm with APFS DS rounds for the main gun. Has a smoke generating system and can be fitted with smoke grenades as well. Can be equipped with a scout UAV, laser warning system and laser rangefinder, so very good. And it comes with thermal vision devices for the gunner and commander, night vision for the driver. It's got a top speed of 33 miles per hour, so maybe a little bit on the slow side compared to other vehicles with this type of armament. And of course the armament does stick up very prominently, which will make it a bit vulnerable to enemies. And then you've got your crew of 3 within the vehicle, which is your driver, commander and gunner. And some of them are placed behind the engine, which should in theory provide a little bit of additional protection. And there's some internal armour around the driver here. And a bit for the other crew members. And so that is all of the tanks that have been released in the Seek and Destroy update. And honestly, the one I'm looking forward to the most is probably the Leopard 2 A7HU. Just because it gives, well, another Hungarian vehicle. Always good to see Hungarian vehicles. And it does give Italy a new top tier contender, though I would like to see some new Italian tanks added for top tier, if there are any to be added for top tier. And the one I'm probably least excited about is the Namer 30, because it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to fill a very good role. It's just a very big vehicle, not the fastest thing in the world, and I just don't see how it's going to be massively effective for the Israelis. But again, I don't really play top tier, so maybe others will disagree with me on that. But yeah, it seems to have been a decent update for ground vehicles. Although, again, mostly orientated towards top tier vehicles, so maybe not as exciting for me, but I'm sure for most people out there, this has been a pretty good update. Anyway, that is all of the vehicles added in the Seek and Destroy update. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. I've been Tyranno, and I'll see you next time.